This is Signal and System. Practice homework 3.2, question 3. Find and sketch CT, which is the convolution of f1t with f2t for the pairs of functions illustrated in figure C, F, and H. Let's do it one by one. Based on the definition of the convolution, first we can just get the convolution of 1t f2t equals to the integral of the f1 tau f2 t minus tau d tau. So we need to visualize it. Step 1, fix the f1 tau, which is corresponding to this part, and there's no changing. And step 2, we flip f1 f2 tau 2 f2 minus tau. So if we plot it, we're gonna get minus 1 2 1, which is corresponding to this part. And step 3, corresponding to this part. Step 3, we need shift f2 minus tau to f2 t minus tau, which is corresponding to this part. So based on the different t value, we need to consider different situation. For the first one, when the t minus smaller than minus 4, we can get we can plot like something like this. So there's no overlap, so we can just get the CT equals to 0. And when the t larger than minus 4 and smaller than minus 1, if we plot, we will get something like this, which is the integral part. The overlap part is there. So we can get this integral of the CT, which is minus 2 to t plus 2 d tau equals to t plus 4. And the third situation is when t is larger or equals to minus 1. It's gonna be, if we plot, it's gonna be the totally overlap. So it's gonna be the t minus 1 to t plus 2. So if we integrate it, we're gonna be just 1 t minus 2 d tau and just equals to 3. Then if we plot it, we can see it's just minus 4 and minus 1. And if we plot it 0, it's 4 and 3. So this is 3. So that's the final answer. And next question is the same as this first one. It's just the two different equations. We still step 1, we fix Fe tau. Step 2, we flip F2 tau to F2 minus tau. So the plot gonna be looks like this. And step 3, we shift F2 minus tau to F2 t minus tau. And we need to consider different t, which is one, the t is basically 3 different situations. One t is smaller than 0. So we can plot something like this. So there's no overlap at all. So ct equals to 0. Second situation, one, the t larger or equals to 0, smaller than 3. If we plot, it's gonna be something looks like this, and the integral is this part. So if we do the integral, we're gonna be 0 to t. And since this is e2 minus t, so it's tau d tau, and we just directly integral. So it's gonna be 1 minus e2 minus t. And the third situation is 1t is larger or equals to 3. If we plot, it's gonna be looks like this, and integral is this part. So if we do the integral, it will be equals to t, and it's gonna be equals to t and t minus 3 to t, and e minus tau d tau, and so we can get the integral. It will be the e3 minus t and minus e2 minus t. So we plot this 3 situation, we can get something like 0, 0, 3. This integral is 3, and then like this, and then it's gonna be like this. So this is the second question. And for the next question, it's a similar, but it's more complicated equations. For the step 1, we fix F1 tau. Step 2, we flip F2 tau to F2 minus tau. So if we plot it, it's gonna be like, looks like this. And step 3, we shift F2 minus tau to F2 t minus tau. And same, we need to consider different t-value when the t is smaller 1 minus 2, the plot gonna be looks like this. So there's no overlap at all. So ct equals to 0, 1t larger or equal to minus 2, smaller than minus 1. There will be overlap between these two. First one is not changing, and but for the overlap is this part, and we can calculate the integral from the minus 2 to t. And so it's e tau and e minus 2 t minus tau d tau, and eventually it's gonna be calculated 1/3 et minus e2 minus 2t minus 6. And first next situation is 1 t larger or equal to minus 1 smaller than 0. The plot's gonna be looks like like this. So the overlap is a little bit complicated in this situation, and if we do the integral, which is from the t2 minus 1 to t, and still e to tau times e2 minus 2t minus tau d tau. And eventually we can get the solution is 3 times e2t minus e2t minus 3. And for the fourth is 1t larger than or equal to 0, smaller than 1. The old we plot, it's gonna be like this. So overlap is in this area, so the ct is integral is equal to the upper limit is 0, t2 minus 1 to 0. So it's still e tau, e2 t minus 2 e tau, and it will equals to 1/3 e2 minus 2t minus e2t minus 3. And for the last situation is 1 the t is larger or equals to 1, there is no overlap at all. So it's gonna be like this again. It's same to the 1, so this ct just directly equals to 0, just like 1. So based on this 5 situation, we can plot the final results. from -2, -1, 0, and 1. This 4 points. So, and from smaller than -2 is 0, larger than 1 is 0, and then you can like this. Final answer is something like this. Of course, if you want to get it more accurate, you can use a MATLAB to plot more accurate results. So that's all. Thank you.